Okay, so all right, so let's begin with some zones here. So what's this zone? Resting zone. What's this zone? Proliferation. This zone is hypertrophication. This zone at the line here is calcification. This zone is ossification. Good, great. What kind of tissue would this be? This would be cancellous bone. You can see these little strands of tuberculate here, and then notice that they're also being invaded by osteoblasts. Osteoblasts, right? So most of the cells here are osteoblasts. This big one right here actually could be an osteoblast, but it's not focused. Okay, what's this tissue? Elastic tissue. Why? Dark lines, right? What's this tissue? A reeler connective tissue. And why? It's got fibers of both elastin and collagen, that's right, and a whole variety of cells in here. It almost looks like flies in a spider web, right? Okay, let's not worry about this. What's this? Bone. What's this? Central canal. What's this? Osteocyte. And what are the rings? Lamellae. Good. Okay, what's this? Cardiac muscle. And what's this? Intercalated disc. Great. What is this?
Connective tissue. Elastic connective tissue.
It's a reeler connective tissue. And again, we see these nice long dark lines and these long pink strands. What's this tissue?
Squamous,
Stratified,
squamous,
squamous, what kind?
unkeratinized.
Unkeratinized. Why is it unkeratinized?
Because it's smooth.
Cells are not dead here, right?
No.
Okay. Cells are not dead. Okay, let's forget about this one and this one. What's this? Elastic cartilage, right? Why?
The fish.
Presence of elastin as well as the presence of fat near the nucleus, right? Okay. What's this again? Osteocyte, and what are these little things? Canaliculi. What's this layer right here?
Where?
Basal. This is spinosum. This is granulosum. This is lucidum. This is cornea. And what is this right here? Papillary layer of the dermis. Papillary layer of the dermis. What kind of tissue must this be? Following Hank's rule. A reeler connective tissue. What's this again? Cardiac muscle because of the intercalated disc. What is this tissue? Stratified, squamous, unkeratinized. What's this tissue? A reeler connective tissue. What is this tissue? Pseudostratified. Why? Cilia. That's right, the presence of the cilia. Okay, let's just do the zones. What's this zone?
Resting.
Yeah.
No?
Down further than that. So what must this be? Proliferation. This is hypertrophication. This is calcification. This is ossification. Good. What's this tissue? Elastic tissue. What is this tissue? This is again developing bone. That's right, and it's going to be trabeculae. So we don't know if these trabeculae are actually an intermembranous bone or not. We don't know. I mean, they could be. It looks like they kind of are. This might be periosteum here. But I definitely see osteoblasts here, right? And even osteocytes. Okay, what's this tissue? Stratified squamous, unkeratinized. What's this tissue?
Transitional?
This is a tricky one.
Is it transitional?
Nope.
No?
Nope. All right, this is simple columnar.
Simple columnar.
And I probably won't show you this slide, but not always, but often simple columnar epithelial will look kind of like fingers, right? So can you see kind of the finger appearance here and here and here?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in doubt, especially if you see a lot of these goblet cells, you're more than likely looking at simple columnar epithelium. Okay, let's do the zones. What's this zone? Proliferation. This is hypertrophication. This is calcification. This is ossification. What's this tissue? Eyelid cartilage. Nice, smooth, glassy matrix, right? What is this tissue? Again, this is probably simple columnar. But I'm not real happy with this slide, so it's tougher. The simple columnars are really tough. Okay, what's this one? Stratified squamous epithelium. What's this tissue? Adipose tissue, and this is adipose tissue, and this is areolar connective tissue, and this is hyaline cartilage, right? Hyaline cartilage. What's this tissue? Simple squamous. Good. What's this?
Bone.
Bone, and specifically this area is called an
Osteon.
Good. What's this? Cardiac muscle. What's this from the urinary bladder?
Transitional.
Transitional. This is
Simple
simple
squamous.
squamous. And what's this layer right here? Stratum
Stratum base.
spinosum. What's this layer? Granulosum. What's this layer? Lucidum. What's this layer? Corneum. What's this tissue?
Connected.
Cardiac muscle. Can you see the intercalated disc as well as the very faint striations, right? So these kind of weird lines here are intercalated discs. But look at the striations. There are only two tissues that are striated: skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle. And this tissue is just way too faint for that to be skeletal muscle. What's this? Dense, irregular connective tissue. What are these cells called? Chondrocytes. And what do you call this matrix here? This is the territorial matrix. Territorial. See how much darker that stains as opposed to here? What's this tissue?
Pseudo.
Simple columnar, that's right. Simple columnar epithelium. What is this tissue? The little squiggly lines? Reticular tissue. What is this? Areolar connective tissue, and this is compact bone. What's this from the urinary bladder? Transitional. What's this? Smooth muscle. Good. What's this? Areolar connective tissue. What's this from the urinary bladder? Transitional. What's this from the urinary bladder? What is this? Stratified squamous unkeratoconized. What is this tissue?
Simple.
It's probably stratified cuboidal, yeah. I can see some columnar in here too. But anyway, we'll call it stratified. What's this? This is skeletal muscle. And this is stratified cuboidal. And this is smooth muscle. And this is stratified cuboidal. And this is smooth muscle. And let's not worry about this. And this is skeletal muscle. And this is stratified cuboidal, and this is skeletal muscle, and this is simple cuboidal. Simple cuboidal. And what's this?
Simple cuboidal.
Simple
No.
columnar. That's
Columnar.
right. Simple columnar. What's this?
Fish.
Smooth.
This is smooth muscle. Areolar. That's a tricky one. Smooth muscle. This is smooth muscle. Now, this particular smooth muscle is a tricky one. I wouldn't ask you anything like this. But all the smooth muscle cells are going the same direction. So we're going to see this when we do the digestive system, for example. So you do have smooth muscle cells that look something like this, but notice the space in between here. Right? If this were a matrix that was created by, say, dense regular connective tissue, we wouldn't have these spaces. Right? And it would be like a solid sheeted matrix, but this is definitely more airy. What's this? Elastic cartilage. And what's this? Simple columnar epithelium. Anybody want to take a guess at this one? Dense regular. That's right. What's this?
That's
Pseudostratified. Good. What's this?
Cartilage.
Skeletal muscle, and this is
simple
Simple.
cuboidal.
columnar. What's this? Skeletal muscle, and this is
Simple
cuboidal, and this is
dense
regular connective tissue. Good. What's this? Fibrocartilage, and this is hyaline cartilage, and this is
simple cuboidal.
it's like simple
Column.
columnar. Yeah. What's this? Reticular tissue. What's this with cilia? Pseudostratified. What's this? Dense regular. What's this? Simple cuboidal. What is this tissue here? The skinny tissue.
Simple cuboidal.
Simple squamous. Good. What's this? Fibrocartilage and these little lines.
Elastic fibers.
Reticular tissue. And this is what kind of cartilage? Hyaline cartilage. Now notice over here, can you see this is connective tissue? That would be the perichondrium. And then these cells here, these kind of skinny cells, those look to me like osteoblast cells. Alright? So we're going from perichondrium to osteoblast to osteocytes. So notice that this would be appositional growth and would it not, right? So this would be, again, perichondrium, these cells differentiating into chondroblasts, and the chondroblasts then ultimately growing up to be chondrocytes. Did it make sense? Okay, so growth from the edges. What's this tissue? Hyaline cartilage, and this is fibrocartilage, and this is dense regular connective tissue. What's this? Elastic tissue. What's this? Elastic cartilage. And what's this? This is stratified squamous epithelium. What kind?
Keratinized.
Keratinized. Good. What's this? Hyaline cartilage. Good. What's? That's kind of tricky. But let's see. Ask you anyway. What do you think these cells are? Stratified cuboidal. Cuboidal. All right. What are we looking at here? Trabeculae. That's right. Trabeculae in, of course, cancellous bone. And so the same with here. Now, of course, this is a slide for intramembranous bone development. You can see that this is going to, this is not bone yet, is it? This is essentially the periosteum in the making. Once it starts laying down compact bone, then indeed this will be the periosteum. It's not quite there yet. So the initial bone of intramembranous bone is cancellous bone. All right, let's go through the zones again. What's way up here? What's this? Resting. This is proliferation, hypertrophication, calcification, and ossification. Good. What's this tissue? Stratified squamous epithelium, smooth muscle, simple squamous, stratified cuboidal, kind of bone. Cancellous bone, that's right, good. Good. This cell here is probably an osteoclast. See how big that is? Usually they have multiple nuclei. I don't see that here, but it's very large. What's this? Elastic cartilage, good. Elastic cartilage is a tricky one, but that's elastic cartilage. And this is just elastic tissue, don't worry about that so much. What's this zone right here? Hypertrophication, because this would be the ossification here, and then right here at the edge would be calcification. Okay, what's this layer? Stratocorneum, granulosum, spinosum, basal. We don't see a real plain, obvious lucidum here. I mean, that's essentially lucidum right here, but it's not very clear to me. That's okay. At least we got the other two. And here it is again. So what kind of tissue is this? Stratified squamous, keratinized. Good. What's this? Simple cuboidal. What's this? Hyaline cartilage. What's this? Pseudo stratified epithelium. And so what's this down here? Perichondrium. Good. What's this? Aurelian connective tissue. What's this cell? Like a dendrocyte. Good. What's this cell?
Astrocyte.
Astrocyte. What's this cell?
Astrocyte.
Probably astrocyte and
Astrocyte.
astrocyte. And what's this?
Dendron.
oligodendrocyte and astrocyte and astrocyte and
Oligodendrocyte.
astrocyte and oligodendrocyte and
Astrocyte.
astrocyte and
Oligodendrocyte.
oligodendrocyte,
Oligodendrocyte.
astrocyte. All these are astrocytes. What's this?
Oligodendrocyte.
Oligodendrocyte, oligodendrocyte, astrocyte. What's this? Pseudo unipolar neuron, right? What's this? Pseudo unipolar neuron. What's this? Venimal cells. Venimal cells. Motor neuron. Let's not do this one, or this one, or this one. What's this?
Oh, that's the Schwann cell.
Schwann
Cell, and
cells.
this is the
Notorebia.
Notorebia, which I understand is not on your study guide, so I guess I want to ask you that question.
Oh,
Okay, what's
I know
this?
that.
Schwann cells.
Question mark.
Schwann cells, and tell me anyway what it is. Notorebia, good. And what's this? Pseudo-unipolar neuron. What are these cells around it? Satellite cells. What about this? Pseudo-unipolar, and this is a satellite cell. And this is, you know what? This is probably in the sympathetic chain ganglion. And so, okay, good. So that's fine. Well, how'd you do on that? Okay,
About-
reasonable.
No. 40.
All right. Well, I would suggest you definitely watch those YouTube videos. Now, I know a few of you still want to talk to me about some of the stuff in on the intramembranous endochondral bone development. So if you didn't get a chance to talk to me, because I mean, that's fine.